Morning, my friends, from the suburbs, from a residential part of Windhoek where I'm staying in this guest house with a very nice guy. It's gonna be a different video because I'm just trying to find a solution for my broken battery, but it's becoming so much of a joke that well, I have to make a video about it, basically. So to make it quick, day one, I arrived in Windhoek on Monday. Day one, you saw me, I went to the first bicycle shop, and the problem I had there is that to give them the reference of my battery and the motor of my bicycle, then I thought, okay, I'm just gonna send them the invoice of when I bought it, so they have all the information. They saw the invoice, they saw the price of the bicycle, and they were like, what? And basically since then they kind of ghosted me. I don't know, for some reason they didn't like the price of my bicycle, and they decided not to do anything for me. So first strange thing, day one already, first strange shop. Day two, so I went to another shop as I didn't have any information from the first shop. Look at this fancy building there. Yeah, so day two I go to e-bikes for Africa, which should be my best bet. And in the meantime, the owner of my guest house helped me a lot, gave me the name of all the best bicycle shops in town. He contacted them for me also, so very helpful man. And they all say that the shop that is the most likely to be able to help me or fix the battery or buy a new one is e-bikes for Africa, which is the only e-bike shop in Windhoek. So I went there. Basically what the guy said is, because my battery is Shimano, they just don't want to repair it for some reason. So I insisted. I said I can sign you a paper that you're not responsible for breaking anything while opening it, even though it's already broken. But still, I proposed that, and they said, well, they might be able to do something. But so that was Tuesday. But it will take them a week to open the battery and assess whether it can be repaired or not. Otherwise, the other solution would be I asked to know if they can ship a new battery from South Africa, as apparently there is no my battery cannot be found in Namibia. And they told me maybe there is a solution for a new battery to be shipped in 10-14 days, but they were not sure. And then at the end they proposed me, hey, why don't you buy a new bike, one of our bikes? Kind of laughing, so a little bit weird. But anyway, it was a little bit weird, but I thought, okay, that could be an option, to buy a new battery. But to repair it, they already seemed reluctant. And I mean, come on, 1 week to open a battery and to assess whether it's repairable or not, kind of weird. So then I decided okay, they don't want to open it basically, so I'm gonna open it myself and see if something can be done. So this is what I did. So I had to remove these. See, this was here, like on the one that is working, you see it's here. So it's well sealed, weather sealed, and I had to push with my Swiss knife to open these basically. I'll show you when it's closed again. That's how you open. So I removed the two screws. I removed the screws here, and the screws here, and the screws here. I removed these. And yeah, let's open it now. Wow. Wow. I opened it. What the hell? So that's the button to start it. Nothing happens again. Okay, let's see if we can find an obvious problem. That's a beautiful piece of technology, guys. Look at that. This is what got me all the way here. YouTube. There are YouTube tutorials for everything, guys. Yes. So all these dots are small cells. It's all sealed. Well, this doesn't look like a job I can do by myself, I think. There is no obvious failure with a cable unplugged or anything, so I don't see how I can do the repair by myself, sadly. So third day, I went to a third shop that was recommended to me by the man of my guest house, and this shop was more helpful, but they also told me they'll contact South Africa to see if they can find me a new one. After one day, so day 4 now, I went back to this third shop, and they told me the battery is basically not available in South Africa, is out of stock, and to get a new one would probably take a long time, but they didn't know how long. So on the day 4, I decided to go to a fourth shop that I had found on the internet, and this time the guy to see if I could have information about how to get a new battery still. And this time the guy told me, contacted South Africa again. He's found also that there's a Shimano, basically there is a Shimano shop in South Africa that is only available for bicycle shops. You cannot find it for normal people like me. And my battery is out of stock, and finally I managed to have the answer to get a new one. So to get a new one shipped from somewhere else to South Africa takes a month, and for some reason that I cannot explain to you now, yeah, I cannot stay too long. It's bad luck for me to have this problem here, because I really cannot stay too long in Namibia for some visa reasons. So I cannot afford waiting for 1 month to get a new battery. So this solution doesn't work. So then I decided to contact again the shop of e-bike for Africa. So this time the guy I contacted from e-bikes from Africa told me, okay, come to the workshop and we'll see what we can do about it. So I went with my battery. I showed him, okay, I told him the same. I can pay, of course I can pay for your service for how many hours you work on the battery. I will pay for that, there is no problem. I can sign you a paper stating that you're not responsible for any damage you do to the battery while trying to repair it, because basically this battery is already broken and is useless to me if it's not repaired. So I don't care if you break it more. I prefer to try to get it repaired. So the guy was okay. He was a worker. He was okay, and I showed him the battery is already open. So you see, I explained you how to open it. I gave him the tools, because I had bought the tools also to open the battery, and I left him the battery. In the afternoon of day 4, he contacted me telling me, okay, your battery is factually perfectly fine. It's just that there is one fuse that is dead. All the cells are perfectly fine. There is one fuse that is dead, and that needs to be replaced, and then it should work again. So then, okay, that's good news. Do you have the fuse? No, we don't have the fuse. But he told me with time, probably if they can have the time to get a new this kind of component from South Africa, they should be able to repair it. So I'm like, wow, I'm very happy. But then he told me, okay, just wait, I need to contact my boss. And that's where the nonsense comes, because the first time I went to see them on day 2, it was the same. It was also the local guy was very willing to help, but as soon as he was contacting his boss, who is, I think, a local guy, but a local guy from German descent, so with quite a very different cultural background, and the boss said, no, your battery is Shimano, we cannot work on this battery. And it's like, what the fuck? So so I found the mechanic, I found the guy with the proper skills, he found a way to repair the battery, so it's almost ready to probably get repaired, but because of very narrow-minded culturally German boss, it's like, no, we don't do it just because we have this rule in our company that we only work with our own product. And yeah, they just refuse to help me, basically. So it's kind of, I just don't understand. I mean, on this continent, I've helped anyone in any other country on this continent. Anyone will be willing to help, and everything is possible. And here I arrive here suddenly, and like, no, it's like, no, it's not possible. Basically, the answer is like, we can do it, we have the skills, but no, we just don't want to do it because we have these rules, and these rules make, no, we don't do it, and we don't question the rules. So I'm in a kind of German German nightmare right now. So today my goal is to try to get in touch directly with the boss, maybe see him, maybe call him, to try to convince him to change his mind and just allow his worker to work on my battery and help me, basically. I'm sorry, I really can't get over it. It's this shop, it's their job. They do repair electric batteries, they repair e-bikes, that's what they do. I just can't understand how they just don't like the brand of my battery, so they don't repair it because they don't like the brand, basically. I just cannot understand. So guys, a quick update about my battery. Yeah, look at these big holes, it's very funny. So yeah, so I decided, well, it's gonna be harder, but I decided to continue the journey with only one battery, basically, because I lost probably about a week every day going around to try to find a solution for this battery, and I cannot afford to spend more time doing this. It's sad, but basically I'm fucked because the boss of a company refused to help me. I mean, I understand his logic, because I guess he's from German descent, so he's doing like the same as what BMW and Mercedes do. So he makes his products very kind of luxury products, because e-bikes are luxury products. So yeah, basically he does this, but the problem is that what Germany and Mercedes, what BMW and no, it's okay. No. When no, I'm doing something. What BMW and Mercedes do is doable in the context of the car market, because there are all the brands and there are all the shops, all the places that repair cars, basically. They are not the only ones. But the problem is in the market of Namibia is that the shop of this guy is the only shop, is the only e-bike shop in the entire country. And when you are on the only e-bike shop in the entire country, this is the shop, sadly. And when you are the only shop of a certain type of vehicle in the entire country, so it's the only shop that can deal with my battery, basically. It's the only shop that has the skills. Well, then it's very, very rude not to help people who have this kind of vehicle. Because then I'm just screwed, basically. Because one guy refuses to work because it's like, this is not my product, I don't work on it. Even though I have a video that shows how to repair the thing, the guy just refuses to talk to me. And he basically told me, and I find it funny in the way, because funny and sad, because you know, these guys, they sell you e-bikes like, oh, you know, you're gonna save the planet if you buy an e-bike, but then when your battery is dead, then they tell you, no, buy a new one, we can't repair it, while batteries do pollute a lot. So if you want to save the planet, repair the batteries. Don't freaking send people who try to repair their batteries to hell. Anyway, I'm gonna stop complaining about this guy, but yeah, I just can't understand the rudeness. It's the first person on this entire journey in 3 years that refuses to help me, and sadly it's the only person that can help me in this country. Freaking hell, bad luck, this happens. I'm screwed. I'm gonna finish with one battery.